In this video, I'm going to show you how to retrofit this mask to add an inner filter layer inside. So if you used my first mask video that's called Curved Double Layer Face Mask Tutorial, this video will show you how to take that mask apart and add an inner filter layer. Now, from what I've found online, the type of non-woven fabric that you can find in this in reusable shopping bags like this style of reusable shopping bag, this fabric is supposed to be an effective filter. So I'm going to add this to the middle. I already did that to this one, and now we're going to modify this mask to do that. So if you have this type of shopping bag and you want to add a middle layer filter, you can go ahead and cut your bag at the seams, open it up so that it can be cleaned better rather than a closed bag being thrown in the washing machine. So I opened mine up at the seams, I put this in the washing machine, and I dried it on low. Now, while this is washing, you can get started. The first thing you're going to do is unpick this mask. So this, what I did is I unpicked all around here. You're going to have to do it twice. So you'll need to unpick this top stitching that we did, and then once you get all the top stitching out, we're going to open up the seam that's just encased right in here. And that's really all we need to do. So I'm going to unpick that, and then I'll find the hole that we used for turning at the bottom of the mask. After I've unpicked the top stitch, I'll open it at that hole, and that'll help me unpick that inner seam. When that's finished, we'll come back and do the rest. So go ahead and pause this video and start unpicking this and cleaning your reusable shopping bags. Okay, I finished unpicking my mask. So I have the outer layer, the inner layer, and then the two elastics. Save these elastics, we can reuse them. They're still in really good shape. So I'm going to put that to the side. Then what you need to do is press all around here to reopen that seam in here. So go ahead and press both pieces to open up those seams, and then we'll come back and do the next step. All right, so I've pressed my seams open. So you can see my inside, it's nice and flat. It's almost the way we started when we first made this mask. So I opened up both. I can still see where I sewed. That's fine. Put those aside, put your elastics aside, then pull out your reusable bag. So you want your filter material pieces now. So go ahead and put your template down, trace that. You need to cut out 2 pieces. So I've already done that. Here are my 2 filter pieces. Now what you need to do is put these together and pin these up just like we did the last time. After you pin these, you're going to go around just like we did the last time and sew a 3/8 inch seam allowance all the way around. Come back with your scissors and trim off some of that bulk, and then make those little snips around the side so that when it does turn, it will be a lot easier and it won't be warped. So go ahead, pause this video and do that now. All right, now I have all 3 of my pieces ready to go and my elastics. I'm going to set this to the side for now, and we're going to assemble it. So this is my lining piece, the piece that will face my face, and then this is my outer piece, my main piece. So I want to find the top of my main piece. I'm going to open that up so the nice part of the seam is facing me. I'm just going to lay that straight down in front of me like we did the last time. And then we're going to take our lining piece. We're going to keep it, we're not going to flip it the right way. We're just going to keep it like this and open it up. This is where the nose goes, and lay it right on top. So the right sides are facing each other again. And then I'm going to take my inner filter fabric, and this is where the nose goes. I'm just going to open it up like this, wrong side, right side, and sandwich this together. Okay, so I sandwiched those layers together right at the seam. This is the bottom of the mask. I did it first at the top, then I did it at the bottom, and then we're going to do the same process like we did last time. I'm going to come onto this side at the bottom part of the mask with I have my black lining in the middle. I'm going to try to keep these layers together as best I can. So what we're going to do now, if you remember, I'm going to take 2 pins to indicate to me where my hole is going to be. So I'm going to pin one pin here, I'm going to pin another pin here, and then I'm going to do the other pins on the sides, not the elastic. So go ahead and do that. Leave your hole and then put the other pins around. All right, now we have this pinned all the way around, and I left these two colored pins down at the bottom so I can remember that's where our hole is. Now you need to go back in and reinsert your elastic just like we did last time, but you need to make sure that you have your filter fabric down and your lining fabric down. So your elastic is going to be inserted in between your lining and your mask main fabric. All right, now do that for the other side as well. Insert your elastic here between your main fabric and your lining fabric. All my pins are in place, so now we're going to go stitch the same way we did last time. I'm going to start here at this pin and go all the way around. Remember how to turn around your elastic, go around the mask, and then end at this one here. We're leaving that hole for turning. This is basically the same process as when we did the mask the first time without this layer. So let's go over to the machine. Okay, now same thing. Let's turn this right side out. Find the lining and the main fabric and turn through there. All right, now that it's turned, we're going to press all around the edges so that it's nice, just like we did last time. Don't let your iron be too hot. You have that middle layer that shouldn't have direct heat, but even when you iron it, don't let your iron be as hot as you normally would for cotton fabric. So go do that and then pin the hole closed. Okay, now let's go back to the machine and we're going to just do that final top stitch all the way around, and then your mask will be finished. That's it. Now you've effectively added that third filter layer in the middle.